Friends, welcome to Dr. Ved channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. We see the general portion of disease of the bone, and that is called as osteodystrophy. The video is in two parts, part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we see introduction, etiology and types of osteodystrophy. We will not go much in detail because on each and every topic we have a separate videos. Osteodystrophy means a general term, defective bone formation. When formation of bone is defective, it is called as osteodystrophy. So it is general term for the disease of the bone. And under this general term, many diseases are there. Later on, we will see one by one. Here, there are two things happen in osteodystrophy mainly. Many things happen, but at undergraduate level, two things are important. One is the failure of normal bone development. The bone development is not proper. That is one thing. And second thing is abnormal metabolism of mature bone. And even after bone become mature, the metabolism is abnormal, not proper. There are many causes for this osteodystrophy. We'll see only main causes. It is due to deficiency or imbalances of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. The calcium plays a very important role. Next, phosphorus, and next, vitamin D. It is generally caused by primary deficiency. The word primary deficiency, primary means deficiency in the diet. It is called as primary. If deficiency is due to some other causes except diet, is called as secondary. Diet deficient of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin. For this deficiency, many factors are working. Factors affect the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. Maybe the diet is normal in calcium phosphorus ratio, but absorption is not proper. Metabolism is not proper. Many other causes are there. Here we will see only the general. The absorption calcium affected depends on the sources of minerals, in what form it is available to the body, and level of vitamin D in the body, because vitamin D governs the absorption of these minerals. The source of vitamin D is plenty, unlimited, and main source to the animal is exposure to sunlight, and next source is the diet. There are many diseases which causes osteodystrophy, but two diseases are very important: liver disease and kidney disease. Vitamin D must be activated in liver and kidney. Deficiency of vitamin D causes reduction in calcium and phosphorus absorption that results in bone deformities, and this also causes other nutritional and metabolic complications. Types of osteodystrophy in animals. There are many types of about 30 types of osteodystrophy there in animals and in human being even more. But here the important and that is major occurrence in animal we will cover it. One very important is ricket. Next important osteomalacia, then fibrous osteodystrophy or osteodystrophy fibrosa, osteoporosis or osteopenia, and congenital defects of the bone. We'll study these first four in details in a separate video. The fifth will not cover in detail. The occurrence is very less. Rickets is very important and most important disease of the animals. It is a disease of young growing animals, not adult. Disease of young growing animals and fast growing animals, not adults. There is failure of calcification of osteoid and failure of mineralization of cartilaginous matrix of the developing bone. So here two things you have to remember. It is a disease of young growing animals and it affects the developing bone, not mature or developed bone. Here the two words are coming. One is calcification, other is mineralization. The word calcification means mostly these inorganic substances containing calcium. Calcium plays a major role and deposition of calcium into the bone is called as calcification. Mineralization and calcification are nearly the same. Calcification is a part of mineralization. The word mineralization means inorganic substances. Along with calcium, many other minerals are there, organic minerals, inorganic minerals, and deposition of inorganic minerals in cartilage matrix is called as mineralization. Another two words are coming here. One is the osteoid, another the cartilaginous matrix. What is osteoid? It is unmineralized organic portion of the bone matrix. Organic portion. It is a gelatinous substance made up of collagen, fibrous protein, and mucopolysaccharide. The inorganic salts are deposited in osteoid to form a very hard mineralized bone. Now about what is cartilaginous matrix. It is made up of glycosaminoglycans, proteoglycans, collagen fibers, and sometimes elastin. So this is about rickets. Detail about ricket, we will have a separate video on ricket. Very important disease. Another important disease is osteomalacia, frequently occurring in animals. Rickets and osteomalacia are nearly the same. Their pathophysiology is nearly the same. Then what is the difference? Osteomalacia is also called as adult ricket. So difference is here. Osteomalacia is a disease of adult animal. Osteomalacia affects the adult animal, while the ricket affects the growing animals, young growing animals. This is one major difference. Osteomalacia causes softening of mature bones, means it affects mature bones, already developed bones. In ricket, it affects a growing bones, fast growing young animals and growing bones, mostly the cartilaginous portion. So these two are the major differences. Osteomalacia is due to excessive resorption of minerals from the bone, while in ricket, it is a defective calcification or mineralization of bone. This is the third difference. In osteomalacia, that is resorption of minerals. In ricket, there is defective mineralization or defective calcification. Osteomalacia is a failure of mineralization of newly formed matrix. This is also very important. I have already uploaded video on osteomalacia and ricket in details because these two diseases are very important. The third osteodystrophy disease is fibrous osteodystrophy or osteodystropia fibrosa. This occurs due to primary hyperparathyroidism. The word primary means cause itself in a main organ. Here there is lesions in parathyroid gland, so it is primary. Another cause is secondary hyperparathyroidism. Here, this hyperparathyroidism is due to some other reasons than the parathyroid gland. So it is secondary. Third is hypoparathyroidism. Both hyper and hypoparathyroidism causes fibrous osteodystrophy. And the main reason is diet low in calcium or excess phosphorus. Calcium plays a main role, and excess phosphorus leads to formation of insoluble calcium phosphate. So excess phosphorus is also a important cause. Here the main pathology is the bone tissue is replaced by deposition of fibrous tissue. Important sentence. Deposition of fibrous tissue in place of bone tissue. So it is called as fibrous osteodystrophy or osteodystropia fibrosa because of deposition of the fibrous tissue. This is also to some extent important. I will upload the video on this fibrous osteodystrophy also. Next important disease is osteoporosis or osteopenia. In osteoporosis, there is failure of formation of organic matrix of bone. Remember the word organic matrix. What is matrix? You already know. In second or third slide, we have seen it. The bones become porous. So it is called as porosis, osteoporosis. Bone become porous. There are very minor holes which are not visible with the eyes. It is a microscopic hole. Bone become very light, very fragile, and can be fractured very easily. We'll also upload this video on osteoporosis. Now, what is the difference between osteopenia and osteoporosis? When osteoporosis is at a minor level or to a lesser extent, it is called as osteopenia. Osteopenia, when it becomes more clinical, a serious disease, it is osteoporosis. So, osteopenia is the mild form of osteoporosis. Detail we will see in the videos. Last part of osteodystrophy is congenital defects of the bone. There are many defects, but here only two parts are important that we see here. Congenital defects of bone. There is a failure of normal development of bone, of the cartilage. When there is failure of normal development is partial, the condition is called as chondrodystrophy. When failure of normal development is complete, there is complete failure, it is called as achondroplasia. These are the two major terms used. When there is partial failure of bone development, chondrodystrophy. When is complete failure of bone development, achondroplasia. There are many osteodystrophy, but we restrict our study at this level only. We will have a separate video on each disease next time. Friends, share this information to the veterinarian and veterinary students to enrich their knowledge to serve our dumb animals. Requested to support this channel and subscribe it. Thank you very much for observing this video, and in the next videos we will come with on individual disease of the bone.